Hello everybody. Welcome back to the impressive channel. A verdict has officially been reached in the P. Diddy trial, and let me just say, Diddy got off lucky. He managed to dodge the RICO and trafficking charges. The jury only found him guilty on 2 counts related to prostitution involving Cassie and Jane Doe. Now, those are still serious charges, but nowhere near as heavy as the ones he beat, honestly. The prosecution really fumbled this case. They tried hard to make those RICO charges stick, but it just didn't land. They alleged that Diddy conspired with individuals under his company to carry out crimes like kidnapping, arson, bribery, forced labor, trafficking, and more, even distribution of illegal substances. And to be fair, they did have receipts. For example, Diddy reportedly paid the Intercontinental Hotel $100,000 to hide that now infamous footage of him assaulting Cassie. Then there's the arson situation. Diddy allegedly had Kid Cudi's car blown up after finding out Cudi was involved with Cassie. Cassie even sent an email to Diddy's assistant, Capricorn Clark, claiming Diddy planned to hurt both her and Kid Cudi, then flee the country. Shortly after Cudi's car mysteriously exploded, the dots definitely connect when it comes to the kidnapping claim. Capricorn also testified that Diddy showed up at her place with a gun. Furious over the Cassie-Cudi situation, he allegedly forced her out, telling her to get dressed because they were going to handle Kid Cudi. She said no, and he reportedly replied, "I don't give an F what you want," dragging her out anyway. That sounds like kidnapping to me. Then there's the drug angle. Diddy was said to have stocked up on illegal substances for his so-called freak. These substances were also allegedly shared with some of the escorts involved. Prosecutors used all of this to support the RICO claims, but in the end, the jury wasn't convinced he was running a criminal empire. Sure, he did shady stuff, but Bad Boy is an entertainment company, not a cartel. The trafficking charges. Diddy was facing 2 related to Cassie and 1 tied to Jane Doe, who many believe is 50 Cent's baby mama, Daphne Joy. Prosecutors claimed he trafficked both women through manipulation, threats, and control. And honestly, they made a solid case when it came to Cassie.C, even though she seemed to agree to the freak-offs, which were sessions where Diddy would bring in escorts to sleep with Cassie while he filmed it. The situation wasn't exactly consensual. She was often drugged, and her career was in his hands. She felt like she had no choice if she wanted to release music. Plus, there were threats, violence, blackmail involving explicit tapes, and even intimidation of her own mother. That's a lot of coercion still. The defense successfully argued that these weren't examples of trafficking. They painted the freak-offs as consensual adult activities, and even claimed Cassie helped organize many of them under Diddy's direction. That narrative made her seem partly responsible. As for Jane Doe, her testimony wasn't as strong. She admitted to participating in the freak-offs willingly, mostly because Diddy was financially supporting her. So again, the jury didn't see it as trafficking. In the end, the only charges that stuck were the 2 counts of transporting individuals for prostitution, 1 for Cassie and 1 for Jane Doe. And let's be real, Diddy was guilty on that front. He definitely flew escorts out to participate in these freak-offs while he sat back and watched. So, it's no surprise he was convicted there. Each of those charges carries a potential 10-year sentence. But do I think he's actually going to serve 10 years for each of those charges? Honestly, no. I think he'll probably get a much lighter sentence, especially since this is his first offense. He's got a powerhouse legal team, and right now, they're pushing hard to get him out on bond. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if someone like Donald Trump tried to step in with a pardon either. Now looking back at how this case unfolded, I really feel like the prosecution dropped the ball. I get what they were aiming for, but it felt like they focused more on Diddy's wild lifestyle and the disturbing way he treated women, rather than building a rock-solid case on the main charges. The jury wasn't fully convinced, and I think that's where it all fell apart. Also, it seemed like the prosecutors held back. They didn't dig as deep as they could have, and I honestly believe they were trying not to drag other celebrities into the mess. That was clear. They were walking on eggshells around certain names. They wanted to pin everything on Diddy, but the overall case just didn't hit as hard as it should have. So it is what it is. Still, none of this changes the fact that Diddy's done some really dark things and has managed to skate past accountability for years. But hey, some folks don't even care about that. They're just happy Diddy pulled one over on the feds. His family walked out of court all smiles, and I get it. That's their loved one. I can't fault them for feeling relieved. But what did confuse me was Ray J celebrating.
Diddy, Jigga, not guilty. I got all of my mommy.
But
then I remembered something Suge Knight once said, that Ray J allegedly had a romantic connection with Diddy. That part suddenly made more sense.
Ray J and Puffy definitely were lovers.
Ray J.
I said Ray J and Puffy was lovers.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that well known?
Of course.
Lil Boosie was also celebrating Diddy's verdict.
Man, I'm so glad Diddy free, bro. You know, the reason is
Because I'm tired of seeing us black moguls get took down like that, bro. Like, and I'm tired of seeing us black people go against us black moguls like that. If he was white, they would have had so many white people out there protesting for this man.
Even Lil Boosie was hyped about Diddy beating the case. But let's be real, nobody was marching for Harvey Weinstein when he went down. Let's not twist this into a race issue. If someone is out here hurting people and breaking laws, they should be held accountable no matter who they are. Of Diddy's other exes, Young Miami also reacted to the verdict. She posted a meme of Justin Bieber doing the clock it motion, and later on, she tweeted 111, God please, followed by 1111 with heart emojis after the verdict dropped so clearly she was hoping he'd walk free. Maybe it's because she still wants that financial support or career boost from him. Then there's Diddy's longtime rival 50 Cent he reacted to. 50's been dragging Diddy throughout this whole case, especially after the rumors about Diddy messing with his baby mama, Daphne. He posted, Diddy beat the RICO, that boy a bad man. He liked the gay John Gotti. Classic 50, unfiltered as always. Cassie's attorney also issued a statement after the verdict, applauding her bravery and saying she helped open the door for Diddy's guilty verdict on the prostitution charges. But honestly, it doesn't feel like a full win. Cassie got her truth out and secured a settlement, but it came at a major cost. Her public image took a hit, and there's a good chance her husband sees her differently now. Plus, she put herself at serious risk. If Diddy gets released, there's a real concern that Cassie and the other witnesses could be in danger. Her legal team even wrote the judge a letter, urging them not to grant bond, and that tells me they're genuinely afraid of what Diddy might do next. You never really know with someone like him. I'd hope Diddy wouldn't be foolish enough to go after anyone, especially after dodging so many bullets. I mean, he literally fell to his knees in the courtroom when the verdict was read. You could tell he was in shock. He knows he got lucky. But people like Diddy, they're used to slipping through the cracks, and when someone keeps getting away with it, they don't just stop. So who knows, retaliation might still be on his mind. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you care, share this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.